Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and here we have the new version, the new EMPEDC NYMBLE X version 2 with the super deep hollow ground spear point blade. It is so good. This geometry is amazing. It's averaging about 15 thousandths behind the edge, and it's nice and deep moving up the blade. And it's a full hollow basically, because you have the fuller, you know, that separates that from the spine. So it is a full hollow ground blade. We have a titanium frame lock with a titanium mill pocket clip and back spacer with this gorgeous micro milling, amazing ergonomics. And then, as you guys know, as the NYMBLEs, or sorry, the EMPEDC knives do, it is fidgety as all get out. You have so many forms of deployment. You got the front flipper, you got the regular flipper back here, which they all work really good. You got the whole deployment, thumb flick. Then you also have the bottom fuller. So lots of deployment options here, and they all work great. And one thing that's very impressive to me is how well they were able to tune the detent for all deployment options. I mean, I would say the front flipper is the least satisfying, but it's only because the blade is a little bit girthy right here. But that's it though, you know, just because it's a little bit wide. But other than that, I mean, you can see how easy I can still do it. You know, the front flipper jimping could be a little bit, maybe a little bit finer, but it's actually pretty catchy. So I don't want to say that. It's good. So I can't really do this one though. Well, let me try it again. There we go. Yes, I can. I can do it. There we go. Just had to get it down. Anyways, ergonomics. Amazing, great ergos. I like that you can choke back right here. Like if you were gonna poke this into something, you have the finger guard. I don't really need a finger guard, but I'm just saying you do have it. And the way this handle goes, you can kind of push this right into your palm. So, you know, it's almost like hitting a plate in your, it's almost like this butt end is hitting your hand, you know, like a wall. But you can always choke up for these hardcore push cuts. You can spin it around to cut straps. You do have this bulging a little bit, but it's not bad. Pinch grips are going to be amazing. Utility cuts are going to be just fine. So all in all, man, this thing is so good. Now, the blade to handle ratio is on another level of awesome. Look at this. I don't think they could have got another millimeter out of this because I can't touch the tip. It's crazy how I would think I would just be getting poked, but it's so close, but not too close. That is crazy. So blade to handle ratio is amazing, and this one is larger than the original one, right? Because these are the large versions, and I like this size knife. Now I will say one thing I would love to see from EMP, so hopefully he's watching this and can take a note. I'm not saying this one needs to change. I'm not saying that at all, so don't take it that way. But one thing I'd really love to see from them is something similar to this, but just a little bit narrower. Like not, you know, see how broad this is? And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love this. But, you know, as a knife guys, we like, you know, options. We like other stuff too. So even though I love this profile, I would love to see almost the same profile in just a little bit narrower. Kind of like, just for an example, like, see how narrow this knife is compared to this one? Something like that. Not saying exactly, I'm just saying, you know, like this size depth, you know. I think that would be awesome to see from EMP. But either way, this one right here, my favorite one so far. Absolutely, 100%. And a lot of it has to do with this hollow grind. You guys know I'm a geometry nut. I love good cutting performance. And with this blade steel, it's going to have the best ability with very good geometry, right? You know, edge retention from M390 is really good. It's one of the top tier steels as far as edge retention goes, especially when it's heat treated well. Now, when you put good geometry on it, it's just going to make it cut that much better. Of course, you have this fuller here that's probably going to give you a little bit of drag, but with this hollow grind being so deep, you're not going to have to worry about it. It's going to be just fine. Access to the lock bar, super good. So the drop on it is nice and smooth. It's only going to get better and better too. It's just breaking in. I did tighten up my pivot quite a bit because the pivot backed out a little bit, which is normal. I just need to Loctite it. All in all, man, the EMP, man, they knock it out of the park. QSP is the one doing the OEM work, and QSP is knocking their designs out of the park. QSP has surprised the heck out of me. And I say that not in an offensive way, just I never would have thought that the QSP would be able to do the type of work that they're doing to the level of quality that they have been doing it. We've seen a bunch of models from QSP that it's like, QSP made that? You know, you start thinking about like, you mean Riyadh, right? You don't mean QSP, you mean Riyadh. No, QSP. It's like, what? How is QSP able to do this level of work? And it's amazing. So I love seeing OEMs that are really taking the knife game serious, because we see so many that, you know, with more or less words, are kind of half-assing it. And they are. They just are. And it's probably not even their 100% their fault. They just might not have the machinery or whatever. Who knows, you know? But some of these companies, man, it's like every week we are just seeing massive leaps and bounds from where they started. So shout out to them, man. They're doing an incredible job, and shout out to EMP. Now, I don't want to keep rambling because I know I'm all over the board. April 8th, 10 a.m. Pacific time, these will be available. Now, I'm not affiliated with them, but I will link it down in the description for you guys, because I got to say, these guys are an awesome team. John and his lovely wife, Jamie, from EMPEDC, they are just an amazing family. They've been so kind to us. They stop and hang out with us and talk to us. And, you know, you feel like you've known them forever when you talk to them. So, you know, shout out to them for being such an awesome team. Like I said, April 8th, 10 a.m. Pacific time, you guys can get these. So there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.